Hey guys, Nick here, and I have some Black Ops 2 gameplay playing some domination on cargo, and I'm using the MP7, which is my favorite gun in Black Ops 2. It's the weapon I tend to do best with. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about today was PC gaming, and in general PC gaming as it compares to console gaming, because I get asked quite often why I no longer play on Xbox 360. For those of you who don't know, I played a lot of Xbox, mainly Call of Duty. I started on Call of Duty 4 whenever that came out, played World at War, played Modern Warfare 2. I played a lot of Modern Warfare 2, like 35 days of Modern Warfare 2, a lot of Modern Warfare 2, some Black Ops, and Modern Warfare 3. And Black Ops 2 is the first Call of Duty game that I have not owned for Xbox 360. I actually haven't played Xbox in several months. So yeah, I basically transitioned to PC, and a lot of people ask me, why I did this, and I'm gonna do a quick video here comparing some aspects between the two, kind of what I think from my honest opinion of playing several months on PC and playing several years on Xbox. So yeah, this is what I've learned through my experience. So first off, let's start off with the first thing that every single person who compares Xbox and PC, or sorry, when I say Xbox, I mean Xbox and PlayStation 3, because they are quite similar in terms of like a lot of things. So forgive me if I forget to mention PS3 that often, but yes. So the difference between console and PC. So the first difference that every single person is going to compare is the graphics, and I'm trying to not be a PC elitist here, but the graphics are significantly better on PC. You have better graphics, better textures, higher resolutions, and better frame rates. Now, the last time I did a video like this, there was a lot of fighting in the comment section about people talking about Xbox's frame rates. So I'm just going to state some things here, and hopefully you will accept them without arguing too much. I'm fairly certain that every single Call of Duty, or at least the last 5 or 6 Call of Duty games that have been released on Xbox and PS3, run at 60 frames per second. Now, I do know that a lot of games on Xbox and PS3 only run at 30 frames per second, like Battlefield 3 and a bunch of other more graphically intensive games only run at 30 frames per second, but the Call of Duty games on Xbox and PS3 run at 60 frames per second, and the frame rate is actually extremely stable on Xbox and PS3. It doesn't generally drop that much, at least for Call of Duty games. And in terms of the graphics quality, and resolution. The resolution for Call of Duty on Xbox and PS3 is less than 720p. It's not quite 720p. So if you have your Xbox set to 720p or 1080p, the picture will just be scaled up. So it's not actually 720p. It's like 600p. So it's just a scaled, stretched image that looks fairly bad when you compare it to actual 1080p, or even higher if you have a really high-res monitor for PC. So the graphics are significantly better, but the next-gen consoles are coming out, so hopefully they'll be able to make it up to 1080p, and hopefully they'll be able to get 60 frames per second on most games, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, moving on. The next argument that people bring up when you say that PC has better graphics than consoles is that consoles are significantly cheaper than gaming PCs. While this might be true in some cases it could actually be cheaper for you to be a PC gamer. In my case, I already owned a desktop computer with a quad-core processor, 8 gigs of RAM, solid-state drive. I just had a pretty cheap video card. So if you already have a decent modern desktop computer, and you spend $200, which is about the cost of an Xbox or PS3 right now. If you spend $200 buying a video card, so you get something like a GTX 660, you will get significantly better graphics than an Xbox or PS3 for around the same price. Now, if you don't already have a desktop computer, and you can't just simply upgrade your video card to get a much better gaming experience, then yeah, okay. It's probably cheaper to buy an Xbox or PS3. That is true in most cases. The other thing to consider, though, is on Xbox, you have to pay for Xbox Live. PlayStation might be implementing something like this in the future, but on PC, it's free to play online, so that's another thing to bring into consideration. The next topic I want to bring up is controls, because a lot of people like to talk about this too. On PC you get mouse and keyboard, and for first-person shooters that's a much more natural, much more efficient method of playing the game. Now, the other benefit of PCs is that you can pretty much use any USB device to play. So if you have a USB controller like an Xbox 360 controller, or any USB controller, a joystick, a steering wheel, a USB steering wheel for racing games, or whatever you want, you can use it for PC because it's a computer. Anything that's USB you can plug into it, and there's a lot of different options for controllers. Now you can get certain things for Xbox that let you do that in PS3, but it's more universal for PC, and you get the option of mouse and keyboard without having to buy something like the Zim 3 that adapts your controls or whatever. That's a lot of money, and apparently not as good as just playing on PC with the mouse and keyboard. So yeah, overall there's more choice and better options for PC in terms of controls. Now the next topic I want to bring up is community. Now I'd say in general the community on PC is more mature, not generally in the sense of maturity, but in the sense of age. Generally PC players are a little older than console players, and you can come up with your own reasons as to why this is true, but that's what I've found. Another thing is that a lot of games, especially the Call of Duty games, have significantly fewer players on PC than they do on Xbox or PS3, and this is by a factor of a lot, like 100 times less players on PC than there is on Xbox. And sometimes that's not that good. Sometimes it's annoying. Sometimes I wish there were more people playing because older games like Modern Warfare 2 filled with hackers, and when there aren't hackers, there's just not enough people to play with. So that's what I've found. The other thing is PC has mods, dedicated servers, and more support for some older games like Call of Duty 4. There's still lots of dedicated servers, lots of mods, and that's still going strong. But anyways, that's just my opinion on PC versus console. So yeah, leave a comment letting me know what you think, if you have a different opinion or whatever. Please like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for some more, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.